Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Heartbreak Initiative. You're listening to Paul Richard Reed, Handsome Bastard, and David Martino Holmes.
Hello.
Motherfuckers! Well, we've got a lot on tonight. We've got some letters, as usual.
One letter. Just the one, isn't it?
I guess it's just one letter, Dave.
So,
is that because we've got no letters, or is that because...
No, because we haven't got time for this shit.
Yeah, we haven't got time for this shit. And, you know, we've got the usual chatter. We're going to be discussing Heartbreak tonight, which we've drank a little less tonight, haven't we, Dave? Just so
very little indeed.
Just so that we can cover the subject, because obviously it's, Heartbreak Initiative is named kind of after it, really. So I thought I'd better give some more time and thought to it. Dave, I've been busy.
What?
I've basically came up with a little song for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And I'm gonna play it to you. It's I'll tell you what it's about. It's a little tribute, Dave, to
me.
Well, to you a little bit, but also just to bit our boxer shorts and the fact that they're all shrinking in the wash. And
mine aren't. Mine aren't.
Well, why are mine?
Well, because you fucking tumble dry.
Oh, you did.
I just
tell me
dry
that, yeah.
these mine normally.
Normally, in what way? How would you dry a pair of boxers? A radiator.
Or on the whatever you call it.
You don't know.
People up north call it a clothes horse.
Do they? And what do they call it down south?
An era. Or a maid.
I'd call it a clothes horse as well. And
really?
I'm not from your neck of the woods.
No.
Obviously. So I'm gonna just sing this to you, Dave. I need the guitar.
Right. I can't wait for this. It'll either be on past experience, it'll either be fucking amazing or a total shitstorm.
Right.
Do I need to
I
move?
don't know yet. It might be like a penis in your face. Hang on.
It's the biggest penis I've had in my face. In fact, I've never had a penis in my face. Apart from that Naked Tuesdays incident.
Naked Tuesday.
Mate, fucking hell.
I know, I'm just trying to get it
me.
in the right position, Dave. You know, it's difficult for me. Hang on, let me just say. Oh, listen to that.
G.
It is a J.
Is that an Noel Gallagher G?
It is a Noel Gallagher G, Dave.
Yeah.
Right, you ready for this, you bastard?
Yes.
I bought some pants today. They're extra small, I hope that doesn't make me gay. They're really, really tight. But somehow when I wear them I feel alright. Tiny pants, oh tiny pants, I love the way they make me dance. The girls, they just don't stand a chance when I'm dancing in my tiny pants. Tiny pants, oh tiny pants, I love the way they make me dance. The girls, they just don't stand a chance. So put your hands down my pants, down my fucking tiny pants. You love my pants, my fucking tiny pants, motherfucking tiny pants. So put your hands down my fucking tiny pants. Do you like it?
Oh, fuck, mate, that's amazing. When did you fucking learn that?
Well, it's been in my brain for a bit, and then I just kind of put it to
Mate, it's good.
some chords.
Let's be honest, it's a ridiculous novelty hit, but it's a good one.
Is, you know, I think it was better than the Live Lounge.
Yeah, I tell you what, some of that fucking Live Lounge is shit.
Really?
Some of it's fucking...
You give me the fucking creaky chair again.
I know.
How do you do it? Did you do the old switcheroo, Dave?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
I put that there, and I give it to you, and
Yeah.
you fucking swapped it over.
Yeah, I know. It's
you
a
hear that?
sport.
Motherfucker!
It's a sport to me.
It is a sport to you, Dave. Right, what's next? Tiny pants.
Fuck. That was decent. I think we should admit that we tried to record this the other night and got so fucking drunk. And that was loads better than the first take.
I know. I walked off in the end. I just walked off.
Yeah. It was,
I'm too drunk, Dave. I'm just too drunk to do this.
yeah.
I was really drunk.
Yeah, I know. It fucking showed. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, mate, I couldn't concentrate on this subject or any subject with that much drinking. It was fucking ridiculous. So, Dave, I'd like to move over to.
I'm just throwing shit about.
I know, why are you firing shit, you fucking weirdo?
Well, I've got very little room.
Mate, look, I've got like a fucking corner. We need to sort this shit out at some point, because there's just never any room. Is there?
Well, we can't fix it.
Well,
I'm not moving. Fuck that.
I don't mean the house. I just mean no room here. It needs to be, I don't know, coming from the sky or something. Mics and that. Have you got a brain box this week, Dave?
Yes.
Excellent.
So.
Okay.
And don't do the fucking jingle.
I'm not
going to
do the
because
jingle.
we've had complaints. Well, not complaints. Negative feedback. I think that's the best way of putting it.
Some slag, probably.
Yeah. Well, I know who it is.
Oh, do you? Right. Okay.
And she knows now, watching it.
I mean, lovely girl.
She's a lovely girl. They're all lovely. Well, not all of them. Some of them are fucking mental.
Yeah, and those are the ones that you always...
Right, shut up.
Sorry.
Welcome to Dave's Brain Box. First on the list? No, don't. I've got McDonald's guilt.
What?
Right? This is a real thing.
Right.
I had a fucking dirty great McDonald's today. And afterwards, I felt fucking dreadful.
Really?
I felt pumped. It was good.
What, like fucking...
Yeah. But I felt guilty all of a sudden.
Guilty burger?
Yeah. And I kept just looking at the fucking empty wrappers in the bin. I thought, oh, fucking hell, you've done it again. I had one of those fucking massive grande meals.
Grande.
I think it's French. And then I had a double cheeseburger, and then I had some nuggets.
Cheeseburger?
Well. Yeah.
Nuggets?
And I ate it all in about 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking impressive.
Oh, I bet it was. Can you hear... I wonder, can that be heard? He hasn't done that for a while. I remember I said about
the dog's
Sonny's
moving about.
Footsteps. You could cut his nails, however, then you won't know he's coming or where he's going. Mate.
What?
Tell him about him getting out that bloody door.
Oh, yeah. Came home from work yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And let the dog out of the garage because that's where he stays during the day because he fucking barks the house down and the neighbours hate us anyway. So we try to minimise that. And lets him out the fucking garage. He jumps up about 1 million times. In fact, we've counted it and lost count at about 70.
We did, yeah.
He just keeps on jumping up. So I let him out in the backyard. Sparked up a fag. I'm fanning about. I was eating milk bottles that I bought from Morrison's.
It's not like real milk bottles. He's not like some kind of hard man who just chews glass.
There were the nice powdery ones. So I had powder on my hands. I didn't really want to do anything until I'd eaten the fucking whole lot. Washed my hands. Yeah. Afterwards, finished my cigarette. I'm smoking and eating.
Good lad.
I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing to do.
I don't know, Dave. I think you can do what you
want. Anyway, mate. So I thought, the fucking dog's not coming. So I peered out and the fucking back gate had just split in half and fallen to bits. It was ridiculous.
That's what happens whenever you eat milk bottles and smoke. Just gates just split in half.
Yeah, it's karma. So I ran out the back. That's right, Paul. I ran in my fucking work clobber, slipping all over the place because there's moss everywhere in that fucking back garden. There's rubbish, fag butts, like dog shit. It's like fucking Beirut out there.
Yeah, but we don't go out there, you know. We ignore that part of this world.
No, it was like running the gauntlet. It was worse than some fucking assault course on the Crichton Factor. And I was knackered by the time I got out of the back gate. And I'm shouting and fucking screaming. I can't find the dog. The dog's gone. Well, listeners, my fucking dog is stupid.
No, it is really stupid.
It will just run into traffic. It's like a fucking lemming.
Yeah.
So, in the end, after 5 minutes of shouting and screaming and wandering about in the woods out the back, he finally came back. I've never been so happy to see a dog in my life. I picked him up.
Did you cry?
I was welling up. You know, I cannot lie. So I just brought him back in and hugged him for about 30 minutes on the couch. Because I fucking love that dog.
Yeah, I know you do.
If he left, I'd be devastated.
If he left. You know what happened? I used to have a dog once, Dave. And when I left my wife, so did the dog. But it didn't come with me.
Really? Just moved out?
It just moved out. So did the fish. I don't know how that happened.
Fish move out?
They just killed themselves. But, you know, he's not here anymore.
No.
So that's that. And a cat moved out as well. Basically, when I moved out, everybody moved out except for, you know,
the children.
The children and the humans. What?
Yeah.
Do you mean children aren't humans? Are humans? They are, aren't they?
Yes.
Small humans. Yeah.
Small people.
Small people. Oh, mate, can I know you're in the middle of your brain box, but, you know, there is a reason why Dave has to put Sonny in the garage. Because we have went through some neighbours in the past.
3 sets.
3 sets of neighbours. And it's not just the dog's fault. It's
ours.
I was going to say Dave's fault. But yeah, no, it has been ours. And I'm going to read a letter, right, which was sent from one of our neighbours. Now, if that neighbour is listening, it was a brilliantly written letter. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, we're not like that anymore. You know, we're
At times we are, now and again.
Funnily enough, at that time, me and Dave were heartbroken. So it kind of fits the theme.
And borderline alcoholics.
And borderline alcoholics, yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So substance abuse. Oh, sorry, alcohol abuse. Luckily, we did never get into substance abuse. Is that like?
Thank fuck we didn't.
Yeah.
Because we'd be dead.
But we did get a letter, which I'm going to get from over there because it's framed on the windowsill.
Yeah, we did frame it.
I'm just going to go and get it. Oh, motherfucker!
Be careful because it keeps being broken.
Yeah. It's seen that much action, this letter, that the frame is broken around it. I think it happened on New Year. Okay.
When I wasn't here.
I'm going to read this letter, which was from our neighbour who moved out in the end. Okay. To my inconsiderate neighbour. Good start. Just a quick note to thank you for yet another sleepless night, and please pass on my regards to your articulate friend whose repetitive use of the word fuck was a particular enjoyment for the whole family, especially the children.
God.
Who was the articulate friend?
You.
Thanks. Furthermore, as ever, your dog's incessant barking every time you leave the house continues to provide a source of great pleasure, and I look forward to another 9 months of the same. I never understood what she meant about another 9 months.
I'm guessing she had like a 12-month tenancy or something like that.
I thought she was pregnant. Which I still didn't understand.
By me.
Of the same. Kind regards, all at number 9. Which is basically that house there.
They never did make it to 9 months.
No, they didn't.
They just fucked off.
But anyway, you know, we did calm down a little bit after that, and I think we calmed down mostly after the next neighbour had Dave by the throat outside the house.
Yeah.
And when they used to kind of be waiting for us whenever we'd get back at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, and they were there in the pajamas waiting at our doorstep.
Yeah. Well, we'd get drunk and then forget what to do with the dog and just walk out the house. I'm sure that we didn't lock the door most of the time.
No.
And then just disappear out.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. Anyway, you know, we've moved on. So anyway, back to your brain box, Dave. We digressed a little bit.
The next one is it possible to forget how to ride a bike? It's just a thought I had the other day, because that's the well-known saying, you know, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Now, I rid a bike. Rid? Is that the right thing?
Ridden? Rode?
I rode a bike.
I don't know if it rode is the right.
And
I think you rid.
I remembered
ride
how to do it, but I was a bit shaky. You know, the steering was off.
Yeah.
But I convinced myself that I was going to ride a bike every fucking day. Maybe even ride a bike to work. Didn't. I did it once.
I did it when I did.
It made my legs hurt.
I did it when I didn't have a car.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason why I did it. And I tell you what, I lost loads of like fat. That like was it a couple of weeks or something? You were away or something, and I
2 weeks. Yeah, I was away.
And you know, it's hard work though, Dave. You know, I mean, I to be honest, at that moment, I wished I had forgotten to ride a bike, because you know I was nearly being sick going up hills and things. I mean, I shouldn't have been, I shouldn't have been drinking at the same time, but you know, it's but mate, it was, I pushed it up a lot of hills. I thought, I'm not riding up that.
The way home is fine because you can get home and have a shower.
Yeah.
But on the way to work, I'd be fucking sweating buckets.
Yeah.
Even when I stop, I'd continue to sweat for about 3 hours. It wouldn't be fresh.
I did find it quite nice on the way to work.
Well, it was during the summer, wasn't it?
And you're riding through like the park as well. You know, Rickaby Park is like a shortcut, and it's nice. Riding amongst.
Why didn't you have a car? Because I took the fucking train down to Weymouth.
What?
So my car would have been sat outside.
Are you saying that I just forgot the car was there?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I took the keys.
Well, they're attached to your house key, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a thing in my head. I'm going to ride a bike. I'm going to ride a bike.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride yeah.
It was a fad.
Anyway,
another fad.
I stopped that. Yeah. So I don't think you do forget to ride a bike, Dave. I don't think you forget how to ride a bike.
Isn't it weird how you can learn something and never forget it?
Guitar.
Well, I learnt to play the guitar, and I wouldn't fancy me chances now.
Mate, I think you would just pick it up again straight away.
Maybe I should try. I'm not doing a fucking guitar lesson on this thing. Jesus
No.
Christ.
It's your turn next time.
No. No, it's too fucking embarrassing.
It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't mind talking, you know.
Talking.
It's one of my strong points.
It's a beautiful thing, hearing your voice, Dave. That's probably where you've done best in your life, is just talking, and then birds hearing your voice, and then just thinking, I'd like to have sex with that man with the voice.
Yeah.
And then they meet up with you, and it's still fine.
Yeah.
Because they realise the face behind the voice is almost as good.
Well, it's better.
All right, your face.
You know, it's better.
Your face is better than your voice.
Yeah, most of it.
Just the top half.
Well, yeah, new hair.
Yeah, still there.
It's still there.
Still there, new hair.
Yeah, beard update. It's going all right.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's obviously, I think the beard thing's going to stay, isn't it? Really.
I think so, mate. I'd feel naked without it.
Yeah, I like just touching mine sometimes.
Well, I tend to stroke that little bit, you know, the little bit on the bottom lip.
I seen you doing that whilst I was doing it the other day. Just a bit of that.
Yeah, it's nice.
That sort of thing.
So,
Next.
Take a slurp of wine.
What do I? Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just wetting me whistle.
I feel like I'm hunched over a little bit.
Well, I am. I'm gonna have a hunch.
Yeah.
If we don't buy some better chairs, I'm gonna have a hunch.
It would be nice to have like big chairs, and anyway, it doesn't matter. Carry on.
Well, you know,
Well-
we can invest. When we got a sponsor, You can invest.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time, Paul.
Yeah.
Within 5 years, maybe.
Yeah. We're going to be top of the podcast chart.
I was watching Jeremy Kyle the other day, right?
What?
I was in bed just watching, you know.
How were you watching Jeremy Kyle?
Well, on the telly. Yeah, I had a day off. It was that Monday. Monday, and I just sat watching fucking shit on TV. There's some terrible programs.
Were you on your own?
No. I had a bird in the bed,
She
was asleep on my chest, and I felt amazing.
You were watching Jeremy Kyle with a bird asleep on your chest.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, God. Well, anyway, I wrote down scum making scum. Fucking sterilise them all.
It's quite harsh.
Well, it's true. Have you ever watched that fucking show? Oh, mate.
Not much.
Fucking full of hunchback, toothless fucking dinner ladies, right? And the most uncomfortable part for me, you know, I'm not good at like car crash TV, and I
know you're not. You hate the
my
undateables.
fucking fingers.
Yeah, I know.
It's too much. Well, the Jeremy gets the first guest on, and they're harping on about what's going on, right? And then they get the person in, and it's like Jeremy Springer but shitter. So they come in and they fucking just start getting like doing a rant at this person, and it's rehearsed, but it's shit, you know, because they're fucking uneducated oafs on that fucking TV program, and they get paid for doing that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. They won't be that much though, mate. It's not be as much as what they get on benefits.
Oh no, probably not. So I thought, when I get into power, which is a matter of time, Paul.
It is.
I'm going to sterilise them all.
If that's what you want to do, Dave, do you think they should all just be able to have, I don't know, 2 kids or something like that?
No.
None. 0.
Yeah, fucking scum.
How would you decide that?
It's the making fucking scum.
Yeah, no, but how would you decide? Like, who gets to have kids and who doesn't?
Door to door. It's going to take a while. I'm pretty sure that's
it's like, tick sort of thing. But it's a difficult one, that, Dave, because I don't think... I mean, I don't know how you would ever kind of say you can't and you can. Don't they do that, or didn't they do that in China or somewhere like that? Where
you can only have 1 kid in China because the population's fucking ridiculous over there.
Right. Yeah. Well, they did that in. No, I'm going by the Bible here, Dave, which I know you
religious
don't
man. Like yourself.
But they did that in Egyptian times, where there were
Egyptian times. It's not in the Bible.
Yeah, it is.
What?
There was Egyptian, like there was Pharaoh and stuff like that in the Bible. Right. So basically, Pharaoh said what he was.
Was that his name, Pharaoh?
I don't know, Dave.
Tutankhamun.
So basically, what happened was he said the only kids that were allowed to kind of live out of Hebrews.
Yeah.
Well, like if there were a girl, because what he didn't want was like if any boys were born, they're going to grow up to men, and they were going to end up outnumbering the Egyptians. So then So then what would happen was he knew, well, they're going to end up like rebelling against him in the end and outnumbering them.
Interesting, Paul.
So basically, what he said was no more boys. So
what happened if she had a boy? Just
killed
him
him.
Birth?
They just killed him.
How? Strangled. They cut their throat.
Yeah, just killed him. Tough.
Fucking hell, that's brutal, isn't it? Did that actually happen?
Well, that it doesn't seem.
It's questionable.
It doesn't seem unreasonable that it would happen, though. What would you do if you were kind of, if you were king?
Well,
and you thought, well, I'm going to get overthrown by these
people.
Yeah.
Well, you've got time on your hands because they're only kids. Little shits. Fucking kids these days are fucking disrespectful
Yeah,
pieces of shit. Not all, but most.
Yeah.
I'm generalising, obviously.
I don't. Yeah. Anyway, get on to the next one. I'm getting too deep into.
That leads your religious little thing. That leads us nicely to should I have gone to church camp? Because I did have a chance, and I turned it down because I thought, nah, it's bollocks.
Yeah. I had a great time, Dave.
But you went, didn't you?
I did go to church camp, Dave. It was really good. You know, it was really good.
All right, just elaborate on that.
Right.
Really good, like fucking sat reading the Bible every night.
Yeah, there was parts of that, Dave. However, there was also the parts wherever you would just get off with birds and that. And
it's like youth club.
Yeah, but it was like you would go somewhere and there would be people come from lots of different places, different faces, and so they had like different accents and things. And you know, when like you're really young,
yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, isn't
you
it?
know, and they're talking a different way than you. It's like, oh, I like you, I like you. And they're like me, David, because I had a different accent, even though my accent is shit.
It's not shit. You know, some birds would like that.
Well, they do want to, but you know, not. But yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy accent, I think. Very like, people confuse us with Newcastle people.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, it's not even close.
And if you're in America, right? That's right, Dave. I went to America.
So did I. Yeah, I got married over.
I know you did, you idiot. I got oh shit! Hang on a second. World. I got married there as well, so I can't say anything to you.
Not together.
No, not with each other.
Times.
You got married in Disneyland.
Disney World, Paul. I think it's the Disney World. Disneyland's in
California.
Paris. No, it's Paris, isn't it?
In California.
Is it fuck? Oh no, it's Euro Disney.
Yeah. What am I agreeing with you for? Yeah. So we both got married in another country.
Where do you get married? Vegas.
Vegas through a drive-through.
Fucking hell.
Basically went
That's
through
romance,
a drive-through, and that was that. And the marriage lasted.
Was that planned? Can you just fucking drive up to it and say, like, you know,
no.
Go in?
No, you can't. And you know, like all these things that you see on, and I'm sorry to kind of spoil
Friends.
Pretty much everything that's on movies and like Friends, where they just
happened.
Oh no, I got married, and all this sort of stuff. It's not like that at all. You have got to go to, I don't know what the place is called, but it's like City Hall or whatever. It's like some kind of like place.
We had to do that.
So you have to go there and you have to like, stand. It's in the worst place of Vegas ever. It's such a horrible. If you think of Vegas, you think of, the strip and all these lights and everything. If you want to get married, you've got to go into the shit
like
hole.
Fucking downtown.
Oh, you got to go into the you got to go, and I seen a woman get mugged off another woman. Right, and
when you were queuing up,
not just on the way. That was just on the way there. We got off kind of like a stop too early, and anyway. So you have to go in there anyway into this place, and you've got to sign all the stuff. You're in there for a bit, so you've got to do all of that before you get married. So you've got to think about it before you do it. So there's no such thing as anybody just saying, "Oh yeah, I
getting pissed and doing it."
What happened last night? Oh, I'm married. It doesn't happen because it's there's so much more that goes into it than that.
Yeah, we had to do that. We had to go to some sort
Mickey
of
Mouse. Did you have to go to Mickey Mouse and get his approval?
Yeah.
One of my friends, Chief, who I'm hoping will come to my birthday thing, probably won't. He got married off Elvis.
Oh, really?
Not the real Elvis. It was
clearly not.
But it was
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. That guy.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Fucking Elvis mad.
I know. So he got married off Elvis, and he was like, if you're gonna take, I think it was like, if you're gonna take Joanne to be your wife, I want you to say,
Oh no!
Yeah, and then
Fuck, how cheesy is that?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to do. We settled on the drive-through.
Well, if
So
you're
we
gonna
get
have
it
a
done
sham
quick.
marriage, it might as well be a fucking comical one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
She even brought a wedding dress and everything with her.
Oh, what, like a proper one?
Proper wedding dress and stuff.
Oh no.
She didn't wear it. I was in a pair of shorts and she was in, I can't remember what she was in, but she was in like, just like a bikini and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was basically...
I wore a suit.
Well, good for you, Dave.
Yeah, and we had a video taken afterwards.
Did you? Have you still got that video?
No, thankfully not, because it would be fucking dreadful.
Really?
It would just, I wouldn't mind having a copy of it, just to have a copy of it, but never to watch it.
Yeah.
It's full of Shania Twain fucking soundtracks. Me and her like kissing under the gazebo and shit. Oh, fucking hell.
Man, I feel like a woman.
I was like 21 or something like that. I was so fucking young.
It's too young, man.
Well, she was younger than me.
You weren't even... I'll go into that later, actually, but you're not even a person. I mean, you are a person, but what I mean is you're not a full person. You
not
haven't,
a well-rounded person.
You haven't got to that point where you're ready to kind of like commit to one way of life or any way of life.
No.
But yeah, you liked Shania Twain though, didn't you, Dave? You loved a bit of Shania Twain. Tell me the songs, like Shania Twain songs.
Well, it was I can't fucking remember. You fucking remember.
Well, the only one
you're always taking the piss out of me.
Oh no, because the only one I know is that that man.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't one of them.
No,
man. I wish it was though.
I feel like a woman.
Yeah, and so you don't know the other ones. Dave, this should be embedded in your memory, like in bad memories.
Well, no, I've forgotten all about it.
Have you? You've pushed it to the back of your mind.
I don't actually regret getting married.
No, I don't. I don't regret anything.
It was a massive learning curve for me, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, well, me too.
No regrets.
No regrets. No, I don't regret any of that stuff.
What's the point?
Well, there is no point, Dave.
Right, that's fucking brain box.
Yeah,
done.
we didn't even. But yeah, anyway, I went to church camp and got off with loads of birds and that.
Did you finger any birds?
I never, Dave. However, one of my friends, because I was young and I wasn't quite kind of that forward. One of my friends though,
you were backwards.
Yeah, I was a little bit backwards.
Yeah, still are.
But one of my friends, I was kind of lying on my kind of, I don't know, some kind of mattress thing, and he came up to me and he put his finger on my nose like that, and he went, "Smell that? What's that?" And he touched my nose and I went, "Fish."
Fuck.
And he went, "No, vagina." And I can't say who that is. Because,
no, you shouldn't.
But he did that at church camp.
Yeah,
he
nice.
fingered a bird at church camp.
Fair play to him.
I didn't. Sorry. Anyway, right. So that's the Dave's brain box.
That concludes Dave's brain box.
I've not done any tune tonight to Dave's brain box.
Fuck the jingle. It's bullshit.
See that?
Yeah. It's like a fucking newsreader. Letters? Well, letter.
Letter? Right, okay. This letter is from Jennifer. Doesn't say where she's from. Jennifer.
Yeah, that's a good tune, isn't it?
It is a good tune.
There's a Killers tune. Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Leave the bourbon on the shelf, is it?
Yeah, that's a good
it's
song.
good
Killers tune.
Yeah. Little known.
Right. Maybe we should. Anyway. Right. Dear Heartbreak Initiative, I deeply suspect my partner is cheating. He's always on his phone, spends forever in the bath, in brackets, probably wanking to filth pics his various women have sent him. Spends a lot of time out fishing, and refuses to communicate with me or interact with the 2 children we have together. That's terrible. I refuse to have sex with him because, let's face it, he's blatantly cheating. And I just can't face him. I just can't find him attractive, when I know he's doing this to me. He has an obsession with online chat rooms where he meets these women. I have resorted to going through his phone when he is asleep. It's always a dodgy thing, but when you find something and when you suspect it to that level.
Yeah.
The evidence is all there. Yeah, sad. Pictures, random women on his WhatsApp and deleting his texts and call history. Okay. My question is, would it be considered unreasonable to drop kick his lying, cheating ass out of the door forever? Jennifer. I'm going to let you go first on this one, Dave.
Well, give me that because you didn't print. Oh no,
you've got a copy
right in front.
Give me that. What do you want? All the copies?
No, sorry about that.
Penis.
Sorry about that. Well, let me break it down.
Break it down.
First of all, I couldn't have a wank over just a picture. That's my first thought. I couldn't, I need some fucking filthy porn.
Gone are the days of but you would have done that in the past, Dave.
When I was younger, yeah.
When you were younger, because that's all you had. You had. I remember. Can you remember the first time? Sorry about digressing from this, but can you remember the first thing, right, that you ever masturbated? Over, not over it, but what did you masturbate to? Was it something shit, or did you have a readily available set of porn?
No, not at the time, because no one did. No one
they didn't.
So I think my first ever wank was just a standard one, just
with nothing.
With nothing, no material, just my thoughts.
Really?
Now I can't do that anymore. My imagination's fucked.
Well, that's what happens.
Because you don't need it.
Well, you grow up. It's like whenever you've got all. I remember the day whenever I kind of got all my soldiers out for the last time, just lined them all up. Just think, can you remember this or not? When
plastic soldiers.
Yeah, when did? But can you remember the day when you knew that your imagination had gone, childhood had gone, it was over. I lined all my soldiers up, everything, put them all in the positions, and then I just looked at them all and I just went, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
And I just thought, I didn't have the imagination to make
them
do things.
When you were 28?
No, it was last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first kind of masturbation kind of thing was something crap. It was over some catalogue type survival magazine thing.
Wow, yeah.
It was some bird
catalogues
in some underwear, and the other thing as well, which was a favourite of mine, was it was in the Sinclair Spectrum magazine, and there was a game out called Barbarian, and that showed a picture of this bird in a really small bikini.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used to wank off to my mum's Grattan's catalogue, the lingerie section.
Fuck you, that carried on.
Right. Yeah, sorry, mum. It's true. She used to get the hardback version of the catalogue because she'd been a customer for fucking 30 years already. And, but it was hard to keep it open.
Yeah.
Because it kept shutting.
Yeah, not on your cock. Surely.
So when she went to buy some curtains, she'd pick it up and it'd just fall
into
the lingerie page. And the favourite one was the ones that were a bit lacy, so you could see a bit of nipple through it. That was enough to masturbate over.
I know.
Now
it was, yeah.
Back in the day,
yeah.
And then you'd find. I don't know if it happens now. I'm sure it doesn't because no one fucking buys porn mags. No. You know what I'm going to say?
Yeah, I do.
You find a porn mag in the woods.
Yes, I know. That used to happen to me all the time.
Yeah.
Used to be, why was I in the woods? But I was in the
Well, you're
woods.
fucking around lighting fires if you're
Yeah.
anything like me.
Yeah, was basically lighting fires, and then the worst thing ever was basically what you call a porn mirage. So
What's that?
you'd see this like what looked like a porn magazine.
Yeah, some magazine
in the distance.
Yeah.
And you run over to it, and it's just fucking some shit magazine that's got nothing to do with porn. It's like for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and why were people throwing them away? I think it was because of guilt.
Well, maybe.
I think it was. Why were all these porn magazines?
And they're always wet.
Yeah, but they were always wet, and you
so
had to
you take them home,
peel the pages apart,
put them on the
like
radiator,
cardboard board,
and then just. But it was back in the day, where it was acceptable, probably, to have a bit of a bush down there. So it was accepted.
Most of mine were found in a bush.
Yeah, but
and it was
that's
my
old
magazine. I kept throwing it away out of guilt into the bush.
school. Yeah,
And then
with a piece of thread tied to it, so you could just fucking reel it in.
just think, well, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done with it.
Me and my mate, we used to hang around at his uncle's house, and we used to fucking sit and watch Predator all the time.
Yeah.
And we found he had this bed, and I had the same actually. There was storage underneath the bed. It was like a slidey door.
Yeah.
And we went in there one time because we were just fucking ratching around, and he had the most extensive collection of porn ever.
Really?
Like hardcore porn as well, fucking dudes as well, because it was just like birds. So, you'd have a fucking bird noshing a guy off, and
you didn't get much of that,
and
did
stuff
you?
like
Yeah.
that. Continental porn, we used to call it. Right?
It's like a continental breakfast.
So
but better.
we fucking stole all of it.
Really?
Right.
Oh, you should have just stole one magazine.
No,
Did you get
we
found
stole
out?
the fucking lot. What's he going to say? Have you stolen my porn, lads?
That's true.
He never said a fucking word, but he would have known that it was us.
Yeah.
And we buried them. Right?
Like treasure.
Well, we put them in those plastic wallets that you get, and sellotape the top up, and we'd bury them, and we'd just go and sit and fucking read these porn mags.
Read them. Read them. Did you actually read them?
Well, no, just look at them, and then you take one home, and then you bring it back to the place.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that fucking guy. I used to hang around with this dude, and he was cool, but he's not on Facebook. He fucking disappeared off the face of the earth.
That when you lose
We used to
touch.
call him Frogger. His name is James Foster. If you fucking listening to this, you cunt, get in touch, because he's either so fucking done on drugs because we started smoking pot and I stopped because I got a girlfriend, and he fucking just carried on.
Yeah.
Or he's dead.
Right.
I hope he's not dead, because I'd fucking love to hang out with that guy. But,
I know.
Yeah, I
He
know. What
He
I mean.
doesn't.
Doesn't remember anything now.
I had a mate as well that I lost.
It's
Right.
weird, isn't it? You just lose touch.
It was called. This is like if you're out there, but it was called Alex Day, right?
This is an appeal.
This is an appeal. Now, what happened was, mate, he was like my best mate at the time. We used to play with Star Wars figures and stuff like that together. That was before I, threw them aside with no imagination. And but what happened? One day, I used to call round on him, and I called at the door, and somebody else answered the door, and I went, "Is Alex in?" And I went, "Don't know who you're talking about."
Fuck. Imaginary friend. I fucking
No,
knew it.
honestly, mate,
I fucking knew it.
Mate, it was fucking real. He was real. He was real, and he had an AT-AT, and I didn't.
He had a what?
An AT-AT.
What the fuck's that?
It's that fucking like big thing that looks like a dog from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway,
I've never watched
well,
it.
he had one of them, and I didn't. Like had some good toys and stuff, and I did see his sister's fairy once.
Oh, God. How old was she at the time?
I don't know, but
Well,
anyway, how old was that?
I just want to make you look like a fucking paedophile.
Anyway, but yeah, how weird is that? And he'd gone. He'd moved away.
Just like that?
Just like that. Gone. I think his dad was in the RAF or something like that, and, they moved about quite a bit, but unfortunately, just lost touch.
That's fucking mad, isn't it? People just disappear.
But it was like, I remember just thinking, where did you go, my lovely?
What's his name? Alex Day.
Alex Day.
If you're listening, get in touch.
Yeah, please do. Anyway, back to the letter. Fucking hell, that's fucking...
Yeah, sorry about that.
So your first thing out of this letter where, she's thinking that he's wanking over filthy pictures that birds have sent him.
Yeah.
So,
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it, right? So that's that. What?
The next thing is that I thought was, why is he in the bath? When was the last time you took a bath?
Yeah, what a gay.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I'm just going for a soak in the bath. Oh, fuck off. I'd kick him out for that.
No, I didn't even... do you know what? I didn't say that, but is he gay?
Well...
I mean, if he is, that's fine. But, fucking hell...
no one soaks in the bath.
Nobody soaks in the bath.
Well, not guys, anyway.
Unless you haven't got a shower.
Yeah,
which we did have that one time where we had to have a bath, not together, but we had to have a bath. And
the fact that you keep saying that, it's like...
I've got to keep reiterating the fact that we're not gay because people seem to think that we are, Dave.
Yeah, okay.
And, it's fine. I'd love to get the gay audience if we could. But
well, I think we can. Yeah, I think we can.
The Candyman can...
So, there's the bath thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I picked up on was online chat rooms. Does anyone fucking do that anymore?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Is there... Because most of the chat rooms were closed down because there's fucking... old guys on there fucking grooming teenagers and shit like that.
Well, I didn't know.
Yahoo closed all their chat rooms and stuff like that. AOL was another one that they just took it offline.
Really?
No one fucking uses chat rooms anymore.
You wouldn't have thought so, would you?
It's dating websites. You fucking, Craigslist and shit like that.
Craigslist.
Dirty slags.
So the evidence is all there, and the deleting and all that sort of shit.
I want to go into the fact that she's going through his phone.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to do. However,
it is, but people fucking drive you to that. That is true, mate.
Yeah.
I've never done it personally. At least I don't think so. But when I've suspected something's going on, you pass it off, don't you? Initially, you think, nah, I'm being fucking paranoid.
Yeah.
But then the evidence starts to build. And she's being funny as fuck and stuff like that. Then you start thinking, I could probably just check her phone.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
I've
checked somebody's phone bill.
Yeah, you've
I was stupid enough to have it in my name, so I had access to all the call records.
Yeah.
And I did actually find something that I was looking for.
Yeah, you did.
Right? So most of the time, I think it's not unfounded. If you suspect something, most of the time you're going to find that thing.
Yeah.
If you go to that extent of going through somebody's phone, which is ordinarily bad.
Yeah.
But people do fucking drive you to it, especially in a bad relationship.
Yeah.
This sounds like.
It sounds awful. I mean, my first thing on this, right, is her question. Would it be unreasonable to drop kick his lying, cheating ass out of the door forever? No, it wouldn't. And
it wouldn't be acceptable.
No, it would be acceptable.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
Yeah.
She says, would it be considered unreasonable? It wouldn't be unreasonable, was what I was saying. No. Right. What I'm saying is, right, this guy has zero respect for you and or your life together. In my opinion, Dave, but this is just my opinion. And the fact is that you know, he doesn't. To me, this guy doesn't want to be with you, and I know that might seem a hard thing to say.
It's a harsh truth, but it is true.
But he doesn't want to be with you, but he's a coward. He's a complete pussy.
Yeah.
Because he is just staying with you and he's doing all this and and he'll be cheating so he can have his cake and have his life with you, whatever that's like. You know, but this, what you're portraying here, sounds like a shit fucking life. Okay?
Yeah. For both of them,
for him
and
as well.
The children as well. Because it must be a fucking shitty environment to bring up the kids. You know, there's going to be arguments and tension, and kids aren't fucking stupid.
No, they're not.
They'll pick up on that.
Now, let me tell you my theory on why he hasn't gone. It could be because of the kids, okay? It could be because basically he knows that, you know, you're holding the cards, okay? Yeah. You know, the kids are going to stay with you. That's it. That's a fact.
Yes.
Okay? I wouldn't feel sorry for him too much.
No, he's done it to himself.
I wouldn't feel sorry for him, and to do with, you know, just, you know, saying, right, this is it, it's over. I think eventually he would thank you for it. Do you not think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And even if it doesn't, you're going to be much happier.
You would be.
Like on your own.
I'm trying to kind of think why you're not.
What, doing it?
Like, why you're not? I mean, you
kids,
know all
probably.
this.
For the kids. I'm guessing. Obviously, I don't know, but a lot of people stay together just for the children. Mate, I was outside a boozer once, and I was chatting to this bird, and she was much older than me. There was no, I wasn't trying to get into her. I promise, Scouts honour.
Yeah,
I didn't
not
go
this
to the
time.
Scouts. So I'm chatting to this bird, and she was telling me that she's married, and she's got 2 kids. One's like 18 and just about to move out, and one's like 13, right? And she was staying with this fucking guy, like separate beds. There's no intimacy. There's no fuck all. Basically, they just exist together in this house. They do their own thing every weekend, and but they're providing a family unit for this teenager, and they're waiting. Their lives are on hold until he moves out, or she. I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl. And they're waiting for them to move out, and then they'll split the house and go their separate ways. Why the fuck would you wait and put your life on hold for that?
Yeah, yeah. I
Is
mean,
it just me? That's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. However, to an extent, I did do that a little bit myself.
Yeah.
Not to that extent. We didn't say, well, once, you know, they're grown up, but I did make an agreement with my wife at the time where we said, look, do you know what? We'll stay together until this time, okay, this date, which was a bit crazy. It was, however, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good idea.
Well, mate,
It should have been done and dusted, kind of, you know, much earlier on. However, we did. That's what we decided to do, and we stayed together for probably, I would say, maybe like 2 or 3 years or something after we decided to split up.
Fuck, that's a long time, mate. That's a long time. But you can't at that point. That's your life. So you can't see beyond that. You can't see yourself living on your own and, you know, not having the hassle of that broken relationship.
Yeah.
You can't get beyond that because you're still in that situation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of almost easier to not do anything.
Oh, yeah. Of course it is. Of course it is. But yeah, my advice on this would, you really need to end this. You need to end this with him. He's not going to do it.
Clearly not.
He's not going to do it.
No.
And I don't know how long this has been going on, but it seems to me that he's not man enough to leave. He's just not man enough to do it. So you are going to have to, I was going to say you're going to have to be the man in this, but you might have more balls than what he has.
Well, by the sounds of it, she has. She fucking knows what's going on. It's a matter of time.
I don't know if you've ever confronted him about these things.
Well, yeah.
Does he just think he's getting away with it? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
And if he thinks he's getting away with it, then he's probably fucking pretty smug about himself right now.
Yeah.
But normally I don't tend to kind of like give that sort of advice, but this kind of like says something to me where you need to you need to get rid.
Yeah.
Dave, can we just take a quick short break?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And then
Why?
I need the toilet.
I'm glad you say that because I'm busted. To say something because
I'm sorry, mate.
Fuck, mate.
I was dying for the toilet.
Can I see this through or not?
Well, I was thinking that, but it's fucking squeaky chair.
Weak bladder.
Yeah, both of us, by the looks of it.
Fucking one glass of wine.
I know. So yeah. Well, we'll get on.
Thanks for your letter, Jennifer.
Thanks for your letter, Jennifer, and I really do hope that you've finished with him.
Yeah, it's a matter of time.
I'm just hope that you can kind of find some happiness, really. But I honestly don't think it's going to be with him ever, and I think you're just delaying something which you shouldn't delay.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. She's just looking for confirmation, maybe.
You already know that it's that's finished and it's been done for some time, and it's time to end it.
Move on. Be happy.
I think it should be you to do it.
Mate, life's too short to fucking stay unhappy. Sorry, that's my phone going off.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? There's many reasons, but if you look at the bigger picture, fucking get out.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Life's way too fucking short.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. I agree.
Especially when you get to your age.
Shut up, I'm going to live forever. Right, so we're going to get on to the subject of heartbreak now, which is, the subject of tonight's discussion. And it is a slightly more serious night tonight, and but it's the subject, and you can't be kind of like funny about like people in this situation of heartbreak, really. So what I'd kind of like to start off with to begin with, Dave, is why does it happen in the first place? So you're in love with somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
So why as humans are we in love with somebody in the first place? What is it? What do you think?
Mate, I watched a really interesting section of a podcast that Joe Rogan was doing, and you're wearing one of Joe Rogan's t-shirts, actually.
I know.
And it's a podcast that me and Paul watch quite frequently. It kind of inspired us to do this. But there was a guy on it, and he was a well-known guy in America, runs like a radio show, plenty of money. And he'd gone through a mad fucking breakup with his wife, and she'd taken like half of everything.
Yeah.
Even though most of it was his, it was his estate and his money.
It's because they live in Canada, so there's some crazy rule.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
In Canada where the wife gets, I don't know, does she just get half, or does she, she could get more than that?
The laws are different over there, and it entitles them to a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And the more you fight it, the more they'll take from you.
Yeah.
And he was discussing the fact that he actually doesn't believe that love is real.
Right.
And every relationship he's had since the marriage breakup, he just treats them as friends.
Yeah.
And they come round, you know, they have sex, so there's obviously some degree of intimacy. But the moment she says something like, you know, what you doing, where you going, he gets rid of them. He just bins them. He's so damaged by this fucking marriage breakup. He's let it affect every single relationship since that he's had.
A lot of people do that.
But he genuinely believes that love is a sham. It's a mixture of different feelings, and you know, it's being wanted and doing things for other people.
That is definitely part of it as well.
There's obviously the intimacy, because, you know, man and woman can live together without having sex, and it's not really a relationship, so you need that.
Yeah.
And then friendship, and just having a best friend, you know, somebody that you share things with, you know, your thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. But he doesn't call it love. He just thinks that he itemizes it. It's, you know, it's something else.
Yeah.
Initially, it's lust, isn't it? You know, when you start going out with somebody, it's that exciting thing, you know, and you're fucking like rabbits, you know, all the time. And it's just whether or not you can make that last. You can retain some sort of shred of the honeymoon period. And this is something we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And but you know, that's his reasoning is almost logical, because he breaks it down into the sections that you find appealing, you know.
Yeah.
And if you tick all those boxes, most people will just call it love. I'm in love with that person.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's the criteria of love for most people.
Yeah. I mean, I would never want to, because I think that's almost, in a way, the equivalent of, and I've seen it a lot on, you know, the dating websites, Plenty of Fish and things like that, where it's, you can see that these, some of these girls are scarred from a previous, and they've allowed that to happen. They've allowed that one relationship, or maybe even two relationships, to basically say what is going to happen with the next one. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's baggage. You know, that's that is baggage.
Yeah.
Now, you know, if you say kind of like somebody who's got kids, that's baggage. That's not baggage. Okay?
I don't think it is.
That's not baggage. Somebody that comes with baggage is somebody that is taken something from a previous relationship and something bad, and they're putting it onto their next relationship.
They haven't released it.
No,
they haven't. There's no closure.
They probably haven't even took the time to deal with whatever the previous relationship, what happened there, and they're on to the next. Mm-hmm. And you know, that's never going to work. These girls kind of, they're putting on Plenty of Fish, and they put it in their profile. One of the first things, you know, it's no game players, no this, no that, all negative things. Mm-hmm. You know, no this, and it's because that's what what they've experienced in the past.
When I see that, they're the last person on the message.
And I skip right
I'd
by
like to
it.
think that, you know, I'm a fairly genuine guy. You know, I'm nice. I'm not looking to fuck anyone over.
Yeah, me neither.
But as soon as I see that, I think, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
She's a fucking man-hater.
Yeah.
You know, you fucked before you start.
And you get it the other way around as well. I mean, you get guys as well who... and do you know what? Not quite as much. Not quite as much.
No, it's rare.
But you do get it the other way, where a guy, you know, he's been screwed over by, you know, some girl, and he'll you know, that's it, and he puts that on you can't, because everybody is different, and you cannot generalize in, you know, on your experience. You just can't do that.
Well, you should just go in with your eyes open.
Yeah,
you know,
go in with your eyes open, but also be open. You know, don't be you know, fenced off and, you know, with your barriers up completely.
Yeah,
not completely. I mean, there's always a certain amount of barriers there whenever you've been hurt, you know. But
absolutely, yeah.
You know, you need to know when you know, like, can let those feelings go, when you can trust somebody.
Yeah.
But that, you know, don't keep them. I mean, I agree with you to do with the fact that you know, what happens is, we as humans, you know, making somebody else happy makes us happy.
Yeah.
And you know, that's got a lot to do with it. And even before you have even said "I love you" to a girl, or a girl has said "I love you" to you, from kind of the moment that they or you are starting to think that this is a potential person that I would like to possibly spend the rest of my life with. And you know, it's there already. You're starting to kind of think about a future with that person.
Yeah.
What would that be like? What would we do? All that sort of thing. And you know, that's got kind of a lot to do with it. And I think kind of heartbreak, a lot of that to do with that is that lost sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Where, you know, that becomes, your mind just kind of adjusts to a different way of thinking. It includes that person.
Yeah.
And you imagine yourself with them. And, you know, and if that goes away, where's your purpose?
Well, it leaves a massive gap.
Yeah.
That you have to fill. Sorry. Fucking hell. So I've got some mic issues. Just going back to, you know, telling somebody that you love them. Yeah. That's a fucking massive thing. That's a massive thing.
What if they don't say it back?
I told a bird that I loved her once, and I did. I genuinely believe I did. Her response was, "Oh, fuck off. No, you don't." And I thought, oh, come on. This is the least romantic moment of my entire life. But I had a bird a couple of years ago tell me that she loved me. And I went, what? And she went, oh, no, no, I didn't mean that. I was just tired. I was just tired. I mean, come on. Fucking hell.
The first girl I ever told that I loved her, I didn't. I just thought that's what you needed to say. I was only like 15. And I kind of went, I love you. I love you. And she just didn't say anything.
Oh, no, that's worse.
I've seen pictures of her. She's a friend on Facebook now.
Yeah.
She's fucking pretty tidy.
Really?
As well now. She's, unlike most from kind of, you know, whenever you're younger and stuff, and then some of these girls just turn out to be, they just don't age well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird that the first girl at school to get breasts, the first girl at school to really flourish into what looks like a woman, they go downhill. They peak too soon. But there's some girls that I went to school with, you know, weren't bad looking, but, you know, not knockout. Now, I see them on Facebook and I think, fucking hell.
I know one like that.
You've done really well for yourself.
I know one like that, yeah. She had, she had national health glasses and...
Plain Jane Superbrain from Neighbours.
Plain Jane Superbrain.
Yeah.
It was like her, and, you know, and she just was nothing to look at all. And then nobody did. They didn't make fun of her or anything, except for like, spec your forehead! No, but they didn't.
Poor cow.
But who that laughs on everybody else now because
Yeah,
she
I know.
turned out to be fucking gorgeous.
She's turned it around.
She did, and she's the same age as me, 25. And okay, that's pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But she's the same age as me, and she still looks great, man. She still looks great. You know, she lives somewhere else now.
You should get in touch with her.
I'm in touch with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I texted and that.
Well,
Is she single?
no, I think she's married or something.
Well, that
No.
doesn't matter.
But it's never stopped you.
Oh, why would you say such a thing, Paul? Fucking hell.
It's not your fault.
No, it's their fault. I'm always the other man, never the man.
Yeah. What would you rather be? Because, this... I'm torn between this. And it's this thing, and it's happened to me quite a lot as well, Dave, where, there's a girl and they've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or a husband.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And they say that they want you, or they would, they would come round and want to have sex, sort of thing,
Right.
Okay. Would you rather be the guy that they go to for sex, for the excitement, or would you rather be the guy who is at home waiting for them to come home?
No, I'd rather be the other guy in that scenario.
Well, that's the scenario I'm talking about. So.
Yeah.
So you'd rather be, when you say the other guy,
Well, the guy that
brings the excitement.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But they should just fucking ditch.
Well, exactly. And this is the thing, I think if you feel the need to cheat on somebody, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing cheating on somebody? Just, you're obviously not happy with who you're with. Finish it.
Yeah, I know. I've cheated in the past. I don't mind admitting because I feel like I've learnt from it. But
Yeah.
it's such a fucking cowardly thing to do, and I was a fucking coward, a real coward. I've done it before,
Yeah.
and but the guilt attached is fucking paralysing.
Yeah.
Even if you're not happy, you go back home and you look at them and you think, oh fuck it, I'm such a cunt. But then you fucking do it again, And the fact of the matter is, the relationship is not fucking working.
No.
If you're going elsewhere, if you're looking elsewhere, mate, that's a fucking ticking time bomb.
Oh, of course it is.
It always is.
Of course it is. If you can do that, if you want to do that, that's the thing.
I wonder if you
it's
could
not
just
even...
do it and then go back and live happily ever after. Just get that one fuck out of your system.
Well, that happened with me, but not me doing it, but some girl, like quite some time ago, where some bird, she was getting married in, it was like 3 months' time or something, and what she did was she seen me and she just wanted one.
Was it
last-
just sex?
Yeah.
Just a fuck. That's
She-
what
she wanted- that's what she
Nothing
wanted.
else.
She wanted one last hurrah, hurrah, before she got married.
Yeah.
So,
And that's it. She got married.
and that's it. And then she got married. It was like, I had sex with her, and then she got married,
Wow.
and that was the end of the story. But
That's hardcore.
But imagine kind of knowing, or like even.
I feel sorry for the guy
Yeah, me too.
because somebody else has fucked his wife and he knows nothing about it.
Wasn't his wife at the time, Dave?
No,
Is now.
fiance. Jesus Christ.
She was pregnant shortly afterwards. Wasn't mine.
No, you're firing blanks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a fucking Jaffa.
You too.
Well, that's why you put your mobile phone in between your legs in the hope that the radiation kills every fucking sperm you've got.
That's why Brad Pitt put his. It was told by his father, never put your can of Coke between your legs when you're driving, because he knew this guy who he was driving and he crashed and the cam split and chopped his nuts right off.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story.
It is an incredible story. But
I'm going to tell it tomorrow and pass it off as my own.
You should.
Yeah.
Do you know why...
I'm going to say, Reed, do you know why he's got no bollocks and he's got a fucking like high-pitched voice?
And Harrison Ford... Do you know who Harrison Ford is, Dave?
Of course I fucking do.
Just checking,
I'm not
just
fucking
checking.
stupid, mate.
Anyway, have you ever seen the scar on his lower chin?
Yes, yeah.
Right, that came from an accident in a car, and it was the seatbelt caught his chin, and
Really?
I don't know how it caught his chin, but it did. Just saying.
Paul Reed fact.
Paul Reed fact. Yeah, we haven't done them in a while, have we?
Mm.
So what I was saying was, we start kind of picturing our days together with the other person, and it's all this kind of like big thing. It's almost worse than actually living it.
Mm.
And if anybody ever dismisses somebody's heartbreak, if it's within even the first like 3 to 4 months, and you think, do you know what, you're heartbroken, fuck off, you've only been with him 5 minutes. But that could have been like 4 months or something. I can tell you now that will possibly be much more intense than somebody that is split up after 10 years.
Yeah, because it's after 10 years, it's run its course.
Yeah.
If you split up with somebody early on, it's you're left with this what could have been.
What could have been, yeah. It's romanticised completely. It's what could have been, what would have been, what should have been.
Yeah.
If only this had carried on. This
is
what would have happened. And, that can be so much worse than... I mean, I remember whenever I split up from my wife, and it was nowhere near, that heartbreak. I suffered a heartbreak, but the heartbreak that I suffered was from leaving the kids, which is a different kind of heartbreak.
You'd already dealt with the relationship.
Dealt with that
whilst you were actually, in it.
Long
almost.
before.
Yeah.
So the heartbreak wasn't to do with, her. It was to do with the kids and leaving them, living under a different roof from them and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That hurt. However, but I remember, whenever I left and I moved in with you, and it was, I felt great. I felt brilliant to do with, like, freedom. And it was,
it's a relief.
It was fantastic. However, what did happen was, because of this other heartbreak that I had to do with leaving the kids, was I just got ill.
Fucking mate, you were really, really ill. You looked like a zombie for about a month.
I know. Mate, it was more than a month. I actually was worried, about myself. Because, and at that moment as well where, you think, right, okay, so now I'm out into the big wide world. I want to be looking my best and all the rest of it. And I looked like shit.
Yeah,
with no
you
fault of my own or anybody else's, really. But I had bloodshot eyes all the time.
Yeah.
And and the doctors didn't know what was going on. But what it was, it's just that kind of, what is it, flight or fight sort of thing.
Something, yeah.
It's something like that where...
Swim or drown.
Yeah, I like that one better. Where your body just reacts to something.
Isn't it weird that that's, it sort of manifests itself as a physical thing?
Yeah.
It was just feelings. Your feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
Leaving the kids. But it actually, you got sick.
Yeah, I did.
Because of it.
Proper ill.
And you weren't ill per se. You weren't like, you didn't have a virus or a cold.
No, it
you were
was
just
nothing.
fucked.
All the skin started to come off my hands.
Really?
Oh, honestly, mate.
Flakiest wank in the world. It's like dust.
But it was weird, it was like it was just the strangest thing, because it was like, what? Have you ever seen The Fly before?
Yeah.
That's what it was like. I was like, thought I was changing into something. I was changing into something. A better person.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
but
you were rebuilding. Your body was in fucking total shock.
it was. But yeah, and it can manifest itself in a physical way. But what I was trying to say was that I didn't have this thing, the same sort of heartbreak. It's not the same sort of heartbreak as whenever you split up with somebody, whenever you still really want to be with them. It's not the same thing.
Oh no, that's so much worse. When somebody walks out, and you still have those feelings for that person.
Yeah.
But they're gone, and you fucking you've got that whole quiet time.
Yeah.
There's just a massive gap. You still sleep on the same side of the bed. You turn over and they're fucking not there. They're maybe with somebody else, and that's fucking devastating.
I know, that's a nightmare to think of as well.
It tortures you.
It does.
Really
those are the things
mind.
Those are the things that keep you awake.
Yeah.
Is imagining that person with somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, you're thinking, and they're with them now. They're are they better than me? Oh, I bet she's screaming. I bet she's fucking, like loving it.
Yeah, basically, it's like, are you, when we first started going out and we were fucking like rabbits. Now she's doing that with somebody else, and I'm led in our bed. And there's nothing going on, and basically you're just there with your fucking thoughts. God, fucking hell! I never want to go through that again.
No, me neither.
Never.
I mean, there's different. There's different kind of reasons why people finish with people, and
slipped on the leaf. That's one of them.
I was young. But there's different reasons why people finish with people. I mean, there could be like proper reasons, and some things, you could look at yourself and think, oh shit, yeah, I mean, I should have done this, I should have done that. So they've finished with you, and you realise that some of this fault does lie with you.
Mate, that takes a while to realise that as well, because
Really?
you're so hung up on, them
know,
leaving
or
them being with somebody else. I felt like that within the last few years, and I realised that some of the blame could be apportioned to me because I got fucking lazy. I got lazy in the relationship.
I did that
comfort
once.
zone.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going anywhere. I just felt super fucking comfortable.
You can't
and I
do
got
that.
lazy. I didn't want to do anything with her.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And but again, fucking lesson learned.
Yeah. Well, it does. It makes you a better person. But I know what you mean. I mean, I did that. Got lazy. Became a dad.
Yeah.
It is what I did in that relationship to do with my wife. I became just a dad. That's it.
Yeah.
Didn't look after myself. Didn't go to the gym. Didn't, all that sort of thing. That was it. I'm happy. Well, I wasn't. what I mean is, this is it, sort of thing.
That was your purpose in life.
Yeah.
For that period.
And I know another relationship that I was in even before that, where a lot of the fault, lay with me. Where I was, I was young, and I almost seen that person as somebody that I could control. It was, I wanted to. If there was something that I didn't like about them, I would want to change that. I'd be saying, no, don't do that. don't do that. I would never fucking dream of doing anything like that now.
No,
I would never. If you get with somebody and you girls are worse than us guys for it, you really fucking are. Where, there's a guy, right? And, but there's things you just want to change about him. You just want to change this, that, and the other. Do you know what? If you manage to change those things, you'll end up leaving him because that's not who you fell in love with in the first place.
No, that's true.
Don't try and change somebody. He's not your possession, or she's not my possession.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you fall in love with somebody, that's who they are. Don't try and change them because the chances are you'll change them into something that
you don't even like.
You don't even like.
Yeah.
You don't even want it.
Yeah.
You don't want them anymore.
That's true.
So, just don't try and make somebody into the perfect person because that's it. As I say, when I was a lot younger, I did kind of have that kind of... But I learnt my lesson. I properly learnt my lesson. I realised I grew up. And, I never ever did that again. We're talking fucking 20 years ago. That. But a lot of this is to do with that. It's, each of these kind of people that you've been with, you learn a lesson through it.
Yeah.
By the way, I've never been in fault ever since.
Yeah.
Because I'm so fucking perfect now, in a good way.
Well, I think that it goes back to sort of, never ever rebound into a relationship almost straight away.
No.
Never do it because you haven't learned, you haven't processed the information that you need to, where, as to why the previous relationship went pear. And that's when you haven't dealt with it.
Yeah.
So you start treating, you take that baggage that you were talking about into the next relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And you think, because you think it's all exciting and fucking everyone loves that excitement, right?
Yeah, but you know
everyone
what?
Loves it. But some people just live for it.
Yeah, that's bad.
You stay on your own. Spend some time on your own. Fucking get to know yourself.
Yeah.
And get to know the shit that you like without considering other people.
Yeah.
And process what went fucking wrong and just learn from it.
Yeah.
And then, and only then, you're ready to make another go of it if you want.
Yeah.
I've been single for maybe 2.5 years now. And I've just, it's been the fucking best 2.5 years of my entire life. Because, well,
I'm joking, man.
Yeah, you can take some credit.
No.
But I've learned what I like to do.
Yeah.
Because I have no responsibilities. I don't have to consider. I used to fucking hate, right? I was in a relationship and she'd fucking bounce out of bed. I'd had a drink. I was drinking because, it was not to numb the pain, but to make it, more tolerable. Right,
I used to drink a bottle of vodka every fucking night when I was in my relationship.
So she'd fucking bounce out of bed because she wasn't a big drinker, and she'd say those dreaded words: "Shall we do something today? Right? What do you want to do today?" And that, I was lazy anyway, but I like to laze around at the weekends. I want to fucking just get up, have a brew, make some bacon sarnies, watch some TV. No rush. If you plan something, right, look forward to it and do it. But I like to laze about. And the perfect bird for me would be a female version of me. Me with tits and a fanny.
Yeah, that'd be nice as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so, you'd like you haven't got that fucking dread, oh no, she's going to want to fucking drag me around the fucking shops. I want to just sit and watch fucking sport. You go and do your shopping, love, But I that's not something that I want to do. So why is it not acceptable for me just to hang out and do what I want to do? She gets to do what she wants to do. Don't drag your fucking guy around the shops. He's not enjoying it. He's fucking a spare part. and there's never any chairs by the fucking changing rooms, and it's always the fucking lingerie section at the back of the shop, you know. So she's fanning around trying on a million different things that she'll never buy anyway because she fucking it doesn't fit right, you know, I looked fat in it, and you know, and she reappears at the fucking changing rooms, and you have to pretend to like what she's chosen. In reality, you're thinking you look fucking ridiculous and I hate you, right? But when she's in the changing rooms, you're just loitering about, you know. You can check your phone, you know, you can occupy yourself for a couple of minutes. But, you know, ultimately, you're hanging around the fucking lady's underwear looking like a fucking weirdo. I've gone off track a little bit, but, you know, it's all personal experience.
Rant.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay, Dave. Let's look at the kind of the different stages that you go through whenever you break up with somebody. Now, the first thing, and I've got some notes here, Dave. And I don't know if this kind of happened like this for me, and it can happen for some people like this, but the first point is the first stage, and I hope this kind of would help some people in knowing, you know, kind of how far you are on in your heartbreak and when's it going to get better.
The recovery, yeah.
Or when's it going to get better? Mm-hmm. Because the thing which kind of got to me after my last relationship was that it was, when's it going to end? Like, when am I going to stop feeling like this?
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'll start at that. So the first thing is shock and denial. Okay, is what it says here.
Yeah.
Now, so basically, you may deny the reality of the situation. This provides emotional protection from feeling overwhelmed by the situation. The shock of loss all allows a state of emptiness to move in, clouding most judgment. So basically, it's like, I think at that stage, you're normally kind of begging that person to just stay with you.
Yeah. You've lost your fucking...
Or you kind of, no, you don't, or whatever. Or you're just saying, you know, please don't go, sort of thing.
Oh, God.
You know, which is a terrible thing to do, you know, because they've already decided.
Yeah, I know.
That they're going.
You're just making it worse.
You're just making it worse.
For yourself.
Yeah. And, you know. So, now, the second kind of stage is pain and guilt. So after the shock wears off, it becomes replaced with suffering and an unbearable pain.
Well, we've talked about this. It's basically, you feel like you've been punched in the fucking stomach.
Now,
it's a physical pain.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I don't know, Dave. I feel as if I've felt this worse than what you felt it.
Yeah, probably.
Because what happened with me was I had this... It's what... I was talking to Rich, one of our friends, Rich, and he explained it the best way that I could kind of even try to explain it. He said it's the dark side of love, right? So, you know, whenever you first meet somebody and you get the butterflies in your stomach, you start to feel that, those butterflies in your stomach.
Well, you're almost fucking drunk on love. You know, you're upbeat all the time.
Yeah.
You know, everything feels brighter.
Yeah, but you can feel it kind of welling up in your stomach. It's almost like a nervous thing. That wasn't me fighting, by the way. But when I get nervous, but so there's that. Now, a very, very similar feeling is the dark side of love, and that's whenever you've got heartbreak, and what happens is you've got that sick feeling, but it's not the same. It's like the opposite. Of it.
It's similar.
It's very similar, but it's the opposite. And you've got that, and fuck me, I had that for weeks on end, where I actually thought, I'm going to have to go and see the doctor.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, this isn't going away. And it's also to do with, you know, waking up in the morning. So you wake up in the morning, and the first thing is dread. It's just, you know, you're not waking up happy. You're not even waking up normal.
No.
You're waking up completely. It's just like you wake up. You're not even happy for that moment when you wake up. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking horrible. It's just the worst thing ever. And then if you did do anything wrong, then, you know, I mean, you could have regrets about that. You know, you've got...
Well, that's when you start to think, maybe I was at fault. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. You know? That's when you start beating yourself up.
Yeah.
A little bit.
However, I never did that because I knew it did nothing wrong. So, and then stage three, I can't do it, Dave. There's something wrong with my fingers.
I know.
I can't.
Arthritis, probably.
Can do it well with those. No, it's the same thing. So, on stage 3, anger and bargaining.
Lashing out.
Lashing out is a common form of attempting to release all unspoken emotions. Right. I've experienced this myself, but I've also seen this happen to somebody else. And it's the thing where you're saying, why is this happening to me? Why? All that sort of thing. Now, I've experienced that sort of thing, but what kind of brought it to light, and I'm not going to say who it was, but there was a girl who was around here, and that's exactly what she was saying. Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah. Why always me?
Why me?
You know.
And it that's a terrible stage to go through. At this point, what I'm going to say is, you need to kind of, I think, mourn the person that's gone at this stage.
Yeah.
And
dwell if needed.
We were good at that.
Yeah, bleed it out.
At that stage, you've got to cry. Proper,
listen to all the fucking music that makes
that
makes you sad.
Yeah.
And reminds you of that person. Watch the fucking films that you watch together.
Yeah.
Bleed it out. Fucking
Proper,
get the poison out. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I agree.
Yeah. Definitely. And that's what we did.
It's therapy.
We basically just almost revelled in the morning of...
Yeah, it was extensive as well.
Ridiculous.
Fucking hell.
So honestly, you need to do that. You need to, in order for you to let go and move on, you need to do that. You need to do it well. And I'll tell you later. But me and Dave, we've put our best kind of heartbreak mixes together, and we're going to put the links on Facebook.
Yes.
On the page. And it's on Spotify, which, by the way, Spotify is fucking amazing. It's brilliant. And it's free as well. You can pay for it to do other things, but...
You don't need to. I don't.
You don't need to.
No.
Now...
Fucking amazing.
But all you need to do, as soon as you're going to click on that link, so we'll put it on like my Heartbreak mix.
Yeah.
Dave's Heartbreak mix. And we're going to put those links on there, and you just click on it. If you haven't got the Spotify app, it'll ask you, do you want to download it now? Just say yeah.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't
just
cost
download
anything.
It
Doesn't cost anything. And you can listen to that playlist as many times. I think there might be some adverts or something which come in there if you don't pay for it, but it gives a shit.
Well, I think it's every maybe 5 tracks it plays a short advert. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
No.
So do that, because those those songs, you know, could help you mourn the death of your relationship.
Mine's amazing.
Yeah.
Mine's full of stuff that. So you know, there's a couple that remind me of a certain person.
Yeah.
And but there's other tracks that are genuinely just thought-provoking music.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. It's nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't anything wrong with that.
What's that symbol mean? It was flashing on the screen.
Oh no, it's probably the battery now.
Nah, it's all right. Well, we can wrap it up fairly soon.
Yeah. No. Anyway, the last thing, or one of the last things that I was going to say anyway, was to do with alcohol abuse, Dave.
Yeah. That's what we did. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I wouldn't.
It's
recommend
not for everyone.
Basically, you know, alcohol doesn't help, and it certainly doesn't help if you're going to go out and you're going out in the town and there's a possibility of, like, you know, seeing that person. That's going to send you into
that's the worst thing.
bad place, bad place. You know, happened to me as well.
Yeah,
you know, I'll just play,
I've done
drink,
that.
and then you see that person out, and it just brings you back to square one again, or it feels as if it does.
Yeah, and that's your night fucked.
Yeah,
You're going home in tears.
yeah.
At that point.
I better move on quickly. Now, you'd be happy to know that there is a stage 5, and that's the acceptance of it and an upward turn. So it's the time whenever, you know, that feeling of depression lifts slightly, though, you know, not saying everything gets better. You're not fully, completely happy, but it's, you know, you realise maybe that sick feeling goes and all that sort of thing. And, you know, you realise that, you know, things, you know, are going to move
Well, there's
forward.
a light at the end of the tunnel
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah, and you see the light.
Yeah. You know, so, and if all these things are going to make you stronger,
Yeah.
they're going to
Yeah,
make you stronger.
absolutely. Yeah.
In fact, you know, in the end, you're almost better just sending that person a thank you fucking card. Saying, do you know what?
I've learned.
You know, thanks, we had a lovely time, and
I wish you the worst.
I wish you the worst. Oh, fucking hell. But you know, do you know what? See, whenever things are going well for you, yeah, good luck to you, and better luck to me. But there is an upward turn to it all, and you know, things do get better. Look at me and Dave.
Yeah.
Look how happy. Look at Dave's little face.
Look at me little face.
Look at my little face.
You have got a little face.
I have got
Your
a
little
small
bearded face.
Yeah. Do
It's
you
lovely,
know,
that. It's decent.
dentists just can't get their hands in my mouth. It's a fact. They say ah, and I go ah, and they go fuck off.
Yeah. That's not wide
That's
enough.
not ah. That's
Yeah, get out.
get out, you cock.
Cunt.
Alright, I say cock, you say cunt, you say potato, I say potato. But yeah, there is definitely an upward turn, and you will become a stronger person. You'll definitely become a stronger person, and you will be thankful for that. I feel sorry. Do you know who I feel sorry for? People who have never suffered heartbreak.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because they'll never, saying from Vanilla Sky, and one of the guys is always saying, without the sour, you'll never ever appreciate the sweet.
Fuck, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm having that. Can I use that?
Yes. Now.
What?
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 Are you gonna
Yeah,
use it now?
no.
What's-
You know, it's in the bank.
All right, okay. Put it in your bank, not your wank bank though. 'Cause,
No.
well, that'd be
No,
fucking
I
weird.
can't wank over that.
Not again. Right, so I'm just going to read this just to end off.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing for a broken heart is to be patient. It's difficult, and allow time to settle all unresolved feelings.
Time. Great
Time.
healer.
Try a quiet walk through a forest. But then there might be a porn mag there if you go back in time.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, or a porn mirage. Try a quiet walk through a forest. I used to go to the sea.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I used to go to the sea. To try and get over it, I went to the sea.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought you were going to kill yourself.
I was going to kill myself, but it felt better. Do things that make you happy. Probably won't make you as happy. That's...
it's filling that gap again.
It's trying to fill that. You are your own best friend. And that is true. You are your own best friend.
Totally true, mate, yeah.
And it's important that you accept who you are and like who you are as a person before you expect anybody else to.
Mm-hmm.
Which is true.
Yeah.
You need to, oh, shit. Right, anyway.
Fucking
Oh, no, right at the end. But sorry, guys, that the video just went off there. But I'm sure you can just listen to our voices for the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, we can do that.
The battery ran out on the camera. The battery ran out on the camera. The
Again.
battery ran out on the camera. Even though we bought a new one. Anyway, we're going to go now anyway. So don't be heartbroken. Just love yourself and love us. Good night, people.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Love you, bye.